Guys, today we're going to talk about this entire industry that has grown up around blaming men for women's own shortcomings. Um, Yesterday I made a video, and in that I showed you a woman who was claiming that, oh, only some men build things, only some men build things. That doesn't mean every man should take credit for it. How about not all men here? Man, I knew that women were bad at maths, but I didn't know that they did not understand the difference between thousands and millions. That is the difference between the number of grapists on average and the number of men employed uh, by construction hires, and even in that case they have these excuses lined up. Oh, women are not partaking in construction because the sexual harassment rates are extremely high in them. Guys, here's something that I want to point out. Nursing is a job that is majority female, right? And here's a tiny little statistic of the number of women who are sexually harassed, quote unquote, in the construction industry, right? 59% of women aged 28 to 40 involved in the construction industry have been subject of sexual harassment. Now here is nursing. 70% of the nurses have experienced sexual harassment at least once in their working lives. The number of women who are sexually harassed working as nurses is higher than the number of women in terms of percentage who are working in construction. So how the fuck is this an excuse? And secondly, what are these people defining as sexual harassment? They ran a study, and I showed that study to you guys. What is considered sexual harassment by women? What's considered sexual harassment by women is something as little as winking. 28% of women believe that winking at them is sexual harassment. 64% of women believe that whistling at them is sexual harassment. This is not something that they're going to tell you. And look at the words that they're using. Organizational silencing. What the fuck are you going to complain about? A guy whistled at me? You're gonna call that sexual harassment? And the thing is, most women know that people are not that crazy. That sexual harassment in the eyes of the law is not that. The image that you have of sexual harassment is a guy going up to a woman and groping her tits or ass, which is, by the way, an objectively inappropriate and evil thing to do, is not what these women are calling sexual harassment. It's something completely different, and the reason women are not taking part in these jobs is because women have, in general, lower physical prowess, and also that they have extremely high disgust sensitivity. So, among the 13 or 7%, whatever figure you are looking at, percent of women who work in construction, basically none work in the demolition of defecation chambers. That's how high their disgust sensitivity is, right? And it also involves a lot of the stuff that they have to break, that they have to wash and stuff like that, do the dirty work, push out the mud and stuff like that. Women don't do that. Women don't like doing that. They are disgusted by something as little as acne, as natural as acne on a man's face. Of course, they are not taking part in those jobs, but stop blaming men for it. Stop blaming men for their natural advantages, which they have done nothing wrong in terms of oppressing women to have those advantages. And beyond just the construction industry, it's probably tens of millions of men in the United States involved in building stuff, agriculture, plumbing, bladesmithing, blacksmithing, metalworking, everything, man. Like, it makes no sense to blame all men for not allowing women into these jobs when women are the ones who are absolutely disgusted by the sight of something as little as acne. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and I don't know, man. Like, this channel is going nowhere compared to the last channel. So yeah, I'll keep uploading. Let's see where it goes.